Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Snook with 4.7, Congruence in Overlapping Triangles. So we are going to be looking at triangle congruence today, but the difference is our triangles are going to be overlapping. So take a look at this first one. You've got triangle ABC, which is right here, ABC. And we also have triangle DCB, which is this one, DCB. And so what we're going to have to do is redraw these triangles where we literally pull them apart. And then we'll be able to find any sides or angles that are in common in both of these triangles. So let's go ahead and get this done. So first, let's draw triangle BCD. Sorry, ABC. We're going to do A to B. So here's triangle ABC. And then I'm going to play the same thing over here. I'm going to go from B to C, down to D. And this is triangle BCD right here. So now I've pulled those two triangles apart. Let's see what we have in common in both triangles. And that would be right here and right here. So I have line segment BC in common in both of our triangles. Take a look at number 2 here. We got triangle JML and triangle NKL. Again, first step is to redraw the triangles. So I'm going to start down here at point J, and I'm going to draw up. This is going to be L, come down this way, and we have M, and then there. I'm going to do the same thing for triangle NKL. First of all, I take a look at KN, and I notice it kind of goes up a little bit. So this one will be K, this one will be N, and then from K, I'm going to go up here to find L, and then I'm going to just connect. Just close this up. And what happens here is in both of these triangles, I have angle L. So the one that's in both triangles is angle L. So what you want to do when you have these kinds of problems is redraw them and then see what you have in common. So this one, there's a lot of stuff going on in this picture. I'm going to try to zoom in to see if that helps. And I'm going to do like this. First one is triangle BYA. So start at B, go down to Y, then up to A. Triangle BYA. So I'm going to draw that one. Here's B, here's A, and here's Y. And I have a right angle in there. And here I have AY. Now I'm going to do the other one, and that one is triangle CXA. So we're going to do CXA now. So here's C, here's X, and there's A. CXA. And I have AX is congruent to AY. All right, now I'm going to look at my picture and I'm going to see what do I have in common. And look right there at angle A. In our original triangles, we have this line segment coming from B to A, and here that is. And then just part of it, X to A, is in the second triangle. And then when I come down here, I have A to Y, and which is part way, and all the way in the second triangle, A to C. So this would indicate that angle A is in common in both. So angle A. I'll come over here. Triangle GEH and triangle FEH. Let's go ahead and highlight them. GEH. So here's G to E, and then E to H. And then I just close that up. There's that triangle. And then I go in blue. I'm going to do blue for that one. And I'm doing FEH. So F to E, E to H, and then close that one up. So if you look at the pink and the blue, those are my two triangles there. We can pull them apart. Or take a look at this. Can you already tell which is in common in both of those triangles? You can, it's right there. You see I have the blue and the pink on the same line. So if I was to pull these apart, it would look something like this. I'm going to do E, let's do G to H. Oops. I want G to H. And then H goes straight over to E. Then we go back up to G. And I can do the same thing with my blue triangle. I'm going to do F to E. And then that goes straight over to H. And then we close that up. So F, E, H. And as you can see in these pictures, line segment EH is in both my pictures. So that's the one that's in common. That's my answer there. All right, next we're going to look at these diagrams. It says in each diagram, the given triangles are congruent, and all you have to do is figure out their common side or their common angle. So what you can do is you can separate them, draw them each separately, or I find it works just as well to highlight the ones I'm looking at. So triangle ADC right here, triangle ADC. I've done that in the blue. And then in the pink, I'm going to do BCD. So BCD. And where do I have both the pink and the blue going on? Well, it's right there. So my common side in this case is line segment CD. Number 7, we got triangle KNJ and triangle KML. So I'll do the first one in blue, KNJ. So I'm going to start at K, stop there at N. I'm going to make a turn. I'm going to go towards J now, and then close it up at K. Now in pink, the second triangle, KML, K to M, and then M to L, and then back up to K. Now be careful, because in this triangle, I notice I have pink and blue right there. The problem is the pink only goes part way down. The blue goes all the way, so that is not a common side. Not a common side. I've got the same problem over here with K and N. Not a common side. But what I do have in both triangles is right there. You see how angle K is completely within both triangles? So my answer here is angle K. Come over here, highlight the triangles, and see what we have in common. So blue, we have triangle UXV. So U down to X, over to V, and across. And then triangle VWU in pink. So VWU, VW, U. So now what's in common in both of these triangles? Well, I do see one side that has pink and blue going the whole way, and that's this one right there. So my answer for this one is going to be line segment UV. All right, triangle QTR and triangle SRT. Now we've seen triangles like this before. They don't actually overlap, but they do snug up against each other. Let's do the same thing. We'll just keep highlighting. So triangle QRT, Q to R, and then back over to T and back to Q. So there's our first triangle. Our second one is triangle SRT, S to R, R over here to T, and then back down to S. So right there, that's where I have both triangles. So line segment TR is in both of those triangles. Now you've seen that before. We would automatically mark that reflexive property. So I go ahead and mark that. Take a look at these triangles here. Number 10, we got triangle EGH and EGF. I want you to pause the video right now and see if you can decide what the common side or common angle is. So pause the video and we'll be back in just a second. All right, so let's take a look at our triangles. First one is triangle EGH, so E down to G, over to H. So that's this one on the left. The other one is the one on the right. We're going to do E to G again, G over to F. So you should have identified EG as our common side. So line segment EG. We're going to come over here. These ones are overlapping. They're a little bit more challenging than the ones that we just did. So just figure out your triangles. Triangle YNI is first. So Y to N, from N over to I, and then close it up. That's triangle YNI. Now we're going to do the other one. YPZ. So Y to P, P over to Z, and then back up to Y. I don't have a complete side in common between the two of them, but take a look up here at angle Y. That's your common angle for both of these. All right, so now we're going to take a look at number 12 here. We've got some overlapping triangles, and we're asked if triangle RVU is congruent to triangle TVS. So that right there tells me the two triangles I'm looking for, so I'm going to go ahead and highlight them. Triangle RVU is this one, R to V, V to U. So I got that one. Triangle TVS is over here. So these are the two triangles. And I'm asked if they're congruent, and I need to justify my answer. So when you have a question like this, you have got to make sure that you are marking your diagram. So first thing I see is line segment RU is congruent to line segment TS. So here's RU congruent to TS. So I've marked my diagram. Got that. And then it says triangle RUT. So RUT is this angle right here, and UTS is this angle right there. I'm going to go ahead and mark that. Okay. Triangle RUT and triangle UTS. Those are right angles, so I marked them with a box. So now I've got my picture marked, and I'm trying to decide if my triangles are congruent. And as a review, just remember that what I need is SSS, SAS, ASA, AAS, or hypotenuse leg. So I have 5 possibilities that I can use. I'm going to look at the diagram. I'm going to see, is there anything else that I can mark? And right here at V, I see a pair of vertical angles. So I'm going to mark those. So now I'm looking at my picture. I have this side is congruent with this one. I have this angle congruent with that one. So I have a side and an angle. That by itself is not enough. So now I'm going to use this right angle business. And what that tells me, believe it or not, is that we have a set of parallel lines. If you look at U and T, so consider UT the transversal. Let's see if I can. So right here we have the transversal. So I have a pair of same side interiors. That means that these sides are also congruent. I'm sorry, I said congruent, parallel. Sides are parallel. So because I have parallel angles here, parallel sides, I can then go ahead and find myself, maybe I can find a pair of alternate interior angles. So these 2 lines are parallel, RU and ST, and I'm going to take a look at the diagonal from SU. I'm going to look at this one right here. See that? And right here, I have an alternate interior angle, and right here, I have an alternate interior angle. So I now have an angle side situation. Do you see this? I have a pair of sides that are congruent, and that is ST and RU, which was given to me. I have a pair of vertical angles that are congruent, and I have a pair of alternate interior angles that are congruent. So from our picture here, I have 2 angles and a side, and the angles are not sandwiched between the side. So I don't have an SAS or an ASA. So that leaves AAS. So are they congruent? Yes. And they're congruent by AAS. That's how you would do that one. Now come over here. We've got a whole bunch of triangles going on here. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I count 6 triangles. A lot of stuff going on in here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to highlight the triangles that we're talking about. See if I can find those. Start with blue. And it says, which 2 triangles are congruent by SAS? So actually, what I think I'm going to do is start marking what I know. So angle A congruent to angle C. So right away, I know A and C are both in the triangles I'm looking for. And then it says AB congruent to CE. So that's right there and right there. And then we're told that DA is congruent to FC. So here's DA right here, and here's FC. Oops. So F to C. So my triangles are these. Now that I've seen those, I'm going to clear that away, and my triangles are going to be this one. So my first one in blue starts at A. It goes over to B. And then we have DA in there as well. So right there in blue, that's our one triangle. And I'm going to go ahead and name that triangle. Let's call it ABD. Okay, now I'm going to find my other one. And we start over here at C. And then C goes to CE. So we got that one. And then we have FC, which is, sorry, it keeps doing that on me. I'm having a real hard time with this. So what am I looking for? FC. See if I can do this. Right there. And then we have FE. So there's my two triangles, one in pink, one in blue. I'm going to name the other one triangle. I know A and C are already congruent with each other, so I'm going to put C here. And I know AB is congruent to CE, so I'm going to put E there. And then I just need to get the letter that's left over, which is F. All right, so it says redraw the congruent triangles. So now that I have a clear idea of where they are, I can just redraw them. So this one is A, B, D right here. And then CEF looks like this. EC, right here is F. All right, so we've redrawn the triangles. And which triangles are congruent by SAS? We got them. And then we redrew the triangles. So that's not too bad. Let's confirm that it's SAS. So we're told angle A and angle C. Angle A, angle C. Angle A, angle C. And then we're told AB congruent to CE. So AB right here, CE right here, AB right here, CE right here. And then we are told DA, which is this one here, and FC, which is that one there. DA is over here, and FC is over there. So I look at my redrawn pictures, and I can very easily see that I have a side angle side, side angle side. So those are our triangles by side angle side. And that is it for today's lesson. Thank you for watching, and have yourself a great day.